Take a deep breath in and out. There's no easy way to start this video because let's face it, we already know why you're here. And the answer is yes. I agree with everything that everyone is saying, pretty much. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries and welcome to The Sanctuary. Yes, I have seen it. Yes, it is terrible. And yes, we are going to talk about it. So, without further ado, let's talk movie. And this week, Madam Web. When this film was first announced, I had zero expectations, zero hope, zero hype, nothing. And I'm gonna try and do this in a, no, I'm not. I have to tear into this movie. You know why? I'll give you a hint. Have you guys seen the press tour for this movie?
Wow.
Have you had a chance to actually?
I mean, the actors haven't even seen the film, and it's just so tone deaf.
Yeah.
So checked out.
Yeah.
You can tell that these actors were there just for a check.
Very cool.
Cut that check, make that bread, however you get it. Just never do this again. Dakota Johnson gives this angsty, I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's not like I care about other people. Oh my gosh, I care about other people, but I don't really know how to approach it type vibe. And I'm not for it. The funny thing is, she talks the same way in the interviews. Regardless, everyone's acting followed by the terrible dialogue that feels like it was written by a fourth grader sucks. The story goes nowhere. It takes place in 1973, then it goes to 2003. Wait a minute. Speaking of the time 2003, it was rumored that Andrew Garfield was going to be the Spider-Man of this universe. Until they were like, you know what? Let's switch it to Tom. Tom is the MCU guy. We want to make this same universe, same universe. So they change it to Tom, and then they realize, wait, MCU Tom was born in 2000. Uh-oh.
What are we gonna do now? We made all these references in the film and everything.
Let's make it its own universe. Goofy. Here's the hard part about these Sony Universe films. When you're explaining it to a casual watcher that isn't really in with all the movies and the connected tie-ins and the same universe type stuff.
He's kind of like a villain, but he's not. He's like an anti-hero, but like he's still a bad guy.
Oh, okay. So is Spider-Man in this movie?
Here's the thing. You have to say no? What are you doing? How are you going to make a character in a universe where its sole reason of existence can't even be in the movie? Nobody's sitting there in old Tumblr forums saying, oh man, I wish we got a Kraven the Hunter movie. That guy is so underrated. Sony somehow found your post, brother. Nobody asked for Madam Web. Nobody asked for the Venom movies, even though they're tolerable and after the third one, they should end it. But the main question is, who? Ask, bro. I'm so sick of these movies. I don't want no more. And apparently, because of the lack of success, shocker, they're going to end this Spider-Man without Spider-Man universe. We needed this like 5 years ago because the quality of this movie feels like a CW show. The dialogue, the dynamics, the humor, if you want to call it, the non-existent plot lines that go absolutely nowhere, and the fact that nobody can make a decision by themselves. They need the whole team. We are the Flash. Oh, now is this Marvel or DC? They're both a mess. Speaking of Spider-Man, no Spider-Man, how do you get a Spider-Man in this movie without Spider-Man? Oh, I know. You give him a different suit that's black and red and make it similar to a different character. And here you have Ezekiel. I'm losing more brain cells by the minute. And Ezekiel just feels like one of those jobber villains that are just looking for a check, and that's it. This is like a minor spoiler, but at this rate, it's so terrible, don't care. These Spider Women suits, okay? Because we barely see these suits for like 2-3 minutes. That is 90% of their marketing. And they got ya. They got me. Who asked for this, man? And the other thing too is like, there's no payoff to that. It's just like, oh, they're there. Oh, they're gone. Is it over? Stop it. The action is ridiculous because Dakota Johnson's Cassie Webb character all of a sudden becomes a tactical war vet that can just go through a fireworks storm like she's Captain America. I'm sorry, but where did all this training come from? When did she become an elite super soldier that can just go through the motions of war? Get him out of here. That's the biggest thing I think Madam Web has shown, is that you need to stop these films because there's no draw without Spider-Man. He's the whole reason that these villains exist. The entire reason that there's other spider people like the Spider-Girls in this film. If you can't make this film without the current Spider-Man in it, don't make it! It's sad that there's times in the pacing where I was literally falling asleep because of how slow it was. How much I didn't care to know about these characters and how they develop, because they don't. Cassie's mom is like 8-9 months pregnant in the Amazon and nobody questions that. Well, hey, it's 1973, but come on. And then Ezekiel's all just like, I need the spider. I need the spider. Give me the spider. The Santino Marella of the Sony universe. I feel so relieved getting all that out. I flap my wings. I'm good. You see this having no stars? Good. Well, it's staying that way because this movie does not deserve nothing. I sincerely hope that Madam Web was the last straw of reflection, that maybe you gotta switch something up. Maybe you gotta stop making these movies that don't involve Spider-Man, but need Spider-Man in order to exist. Do yourself, the world, the universe a favor. Don't see Madam Web if you so weirdly choose to see this movie, and that's pretty weird. Make sure a couple minutes, maybe half an hour before the movie, please make sure you have some nice libations in your system already, because you do not want to see this cold turkey. That's it. Wings are flapped. I feel great. And that is it on Madam Web. Let me know if you so daringly choose to see it. Like I said, I hope you take my tip of some fine libations. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give a like. It is always so much appreciated here in the sanctuary. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. And next to that is a notification bell for every week the Cyber Boy pops up in your feed. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.